Hey, welcome back to Tarot by Cherie. How are my beautiful lights doing today? Let's get started on today's reading and see what beautiful uplifting messages Spirit may have. Also, if you're new to the channel, you've come to a safe place. We do uplifting readings every single day, pretty much. All right, let's see what we have. Wow, okay, so this is a nice start, guys. I'm seeing that someone who's been feeling stuck and sad and kind of alone, just been feeling emotional about not having that person in your life that, brings in the joy, the happiness, calling you up, going out with, somebody to hang out with, somebody to laugh and giggle with. That person has been missing from your life. And I am seeing that the person you want, looks like pretty close, is coming in for you, bringing in, you're going to be so full of happy emotions. This is the cup overflowing with your emotions, good ones, positive emotions, okay? So I see things changing up for you in the very near future. Also, well, let's see what else Spirit has to say. Very positive turnaround for Aquas. So, guys, if you had a shitty week last week, a real crappy week, you can be sure that things are getting ready to change exponentially. I'm seeing that a lot of you went through craziness. Like, everything that could go wrong seemed like it came in last week. You were confused about things that were going on seemingly behind the scenes. So waiting on answers for things for some of you, were just having setbacks or, an argument with your loved ones. A bunch of things going on last week, but I do see a big change. I see it coming in quickly. And you do have the Ten of Pentacles here, guys. This is an awesome card. This is like one of the best cards in the deck. This is when things, all your wishes, dreams are starting to culminate. You're starting to see them come in. So this is going to be a very good week for my Aquariuses. Okay, and so you can look forward to that. Here I'm seeing, okay, so somebody who's been feeling, the only word I can think of to describe what I'm feeling is, and this is about your feeling, but I'm feeling your feeling. Does that make sense? All right, I know it's complicated, or it sounds complicated, but what I'm feeling from you is you've been feeling like just empty, like you're having a difficult time connecting to yourself, to others around you, to things that are going on. You're feeling very much disconnected, okay? And I see that you're finally thinking, this might be you're just in the thinking stage, or you're starting to move toward spirit, okay? You've been spending time alone and doing a deep dive, really looking at yourself and trying to figure out what is going on. All right, but I do see the connection here coming in, and this is your answer. So guys, for those of you who this resonated with, and this is a good time to let you know, I do readings. If you're wanting to see what my services are, you can click on the description below the video and email me. Okay, I'm also a life coach, so if you just need someone to talk to, or you need a reading or what have you, or a mixture of the both, you can do that. But so I'm seeing that the answer for you, Aquas, if this is how you've been feeling, is absolute moving towards spirit, okay? And we call it really the higher self. This is part of you. And explanation for that is there is spirit, source is in everything. Okay, some of you think of it like a man with a mustache and a beard, but technically it is energy. It's a beautiful energy that is in absolutely everything and still can create miracles and do things. Okay, so I'm seeing that, once you make this connection, your life is going to start to open up to you, and things are going to start to feel better. You will start to connect again. You will start to feel more secure within yourself, okay? And this is creating a lot of stuckness maybe for you. I see that you do not want to be around people right now. You just don't want to be around people. So spending time alone. All right, let's continue. I'm seeing some kind of judgment here. This is about a decision you have to make. This is for some of my aquas, or at least one of you. I'm seeing that this decision, for some reason, is very difficult. It's a hard decision. It has to be made in order for you to get something you want. I do see that you are a very strong person, and with this decision, you have to be, okay? Because this is a hard decision. All right, so there's some back and forth here. I'm seeing you go back and forth. Should I do this? Should I not? Should I do this? Should I not? All right, so there's a lot of that going on here, but the decision has to be made in order for you to get what it is you want. All right, so let's continue here and see what else we have. Guys, I love and appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for being here. And I also, if you would like to give back, if you're on here and you're enjoying the readings, please hype the video. It helps me tremendously, and subscribe and hit that notification bell. All right, I truly appreciate it. All right, here I'm seeing something regarding, all right, this is a King of Pentacles here. So this is one of my beautiful masculines. All right, so what it is with you today anyway, it looks like, well, you're successful in life. You're somebody who is very focused, and you're used to getting what you want. Okay, this is a very positive trait of yours. You're a go-getter. You're also in a great state of mind. You've you know, you're in this state of gratefulness pretty much all the time. And this is what you operate out of, a state of gratefulness. And therefore, you're high vibrating, and that is why you have what you have. Also, there is more coming. Okay, so get ready. There is more coming. I'm seeing like a whole new, this is like a different income stream. Okay, this is a new financial option for you, or a new financial beginning. All right, so you're already very successful in life, financially, and in other ways. But I am seeing other monies coming to you. They come to you seemingly like a magnet. And again, it's because you're so powerful. You're vibrating so high. All right, and here I'm seeing something though might be bothering you, a bit of feeling left out in the cold here. There is something that you are still wanting that is going to be like the icing on the cake, let's say. And I see that this is going, you're trying to balance this out right now, and knowing you, you will. Okay, so let's continue on here. Okay, so someone's in a situation where you're really not happy, and you've been just skating through this scenario or this relationship. All right, this could have something to do with a job, actually. All right, and I do see that you've just been telling yourself whatever you've needed to tell yourself to get through. But you're focusing now, your focus is changing. Okay, you're starting to see your importance, your value, and you're not putting up with anybody who's making or trying to make you feel undervalued, because you know your value, and you know you can go somewhere else and get the appreciation that you deserve and that you want. Okay, so I'm seeing that you're a very hard worker, and you have a really good work ethic, but you're seriously thinking of ending this job or this career or the workplace in itself. Okay, Spirit is saying that this has been a long, hard road for you. You've been putting up with this burden for a long time, and it is time to move on, and you will receive this victory. You're going to see a victory with this. Okay, you're going to end up on your feet and be in a much better situation, much happier, and probably more money. Okay, sometimes, guys, if you're unhappy at the job, it's almost better to make the same amount somewhere else where you're going to be happy. Or I would even take a little bit less if it was a trade-off to where I couldn't get more, but I'd be happy. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. So here I'm seeing, this is between two people here. Something has been going on between the two of you. I feel like this isn't any kind of discord between the two of you, but so I feel like something's been separating you, and it has nothing to do with anything that each of you is doing. Okay? In other words, I see one of you is holding on to the other one, and I see the other one is, it's just a feeling, guys. It's a really strong feeling. If this is you, comment below the video. I feel like you could be brothers, or I don't know what the relationship is. It could be something else, but I feel like something is standing between the two of you, and you're not liking it. You don't want this, but you're having to deal with it for some reason. You are holding on, though. You're holding on. So this is something that can still be manifested. Okay, I do see one of you, it looks like, has to get on a new path in order to make this happen. Is that making sense? Has to do something different, possibly a move. You might have to move into another town, or something along that line. All right, here I'm seeing movement with somebody's moving toward this new path for their happiness. So I feel that spirit, this is a continuation of who I was just speaking to. All right, I feel like a spirit is speaking directly to you. All right, that there's movement toward this new path. The new path is going to bring in your happiness. Okay, I also see there's another person over here who might be getting in the way, might be causing some upset here. All right, guys. So, wow. All right. So this is for someone who needs to hear this message. Okay. You just got a text message. They broke up with you through a text, some kind of message. Okay. And this wasn't very kind. This has you very upset. I mean, you've been let go, basically. And I do see that you are a beautiful person who deserves something much more. Your energy is that which you're vibrating high, and maybe the person who did this is actually low vibrating. So guys, when we start talking about vibration, some of you who are new or don't understand what I'm talking about, okay, very quickly, we come back, we reincarnate here. We were given eternal life, okay? And there is no such thing as death. We may leave the body for a time, but we reincarnate. We come back in spirit. We take on another, in a physical sense. We come back, and before we come back, though, we already have chosen all the events we're going to go through, because we come back here to learn and teach. All right, this is what Source wants from us, to eventually have had numerous lives, enough that you've risen, you've raised your frequency and your vibration to the point where you're a good person. You're operating with integrity. You're kind to your brethren, okay? And sometimes it can take, many, many lives for some of us to get these lessons and learn how to treat others. So if you're hooking up, guys, I'm just going to put it in a language that you'll understand. If you're hooking up with people who are low vibrating in comparison to you, it's not going to work, because your thought processes, your beliefs, the way that you're operating in life is totally different, and you're gonna bump heads, okay? So that's why it's important to vet people when you first meet them. People are on their best behavior sometimes for months and months, so take your time and pay attention to red flags, all right, before you leave your heart open. But here I'm seeing, so getting back to you, if this is you, please comment below the video. We don't know who you are just by your handle name, but this is very sad, and I'm sending you love and healing light. But I'm seeing you, and you've done nothing wrong. You are a good person who is deserving of someone better. And guess what? I do see someone else who's also high vibrating. All right. I see this person here coming in, and I see the two of you together. And I feel like she is going to talk to you. She's going to come up to you. I don't know if it's going to be in the workplace, in the supermarket, in the auto sales store, wherever. She's going to just come up to you and start talking to you. She's very confident. She is also very successful in life. She may be someone who stopped working. She doesn't have to work anymore. She's very secure. And because of that, she's not fake or anything. She's very much come into her authenticity, very kind, and has nothing to prove to anybody, okay? But she is going to approach you and speak to you somewhere. And I do see that together you're going to become like this melding pot where you're going to bring what you have to the table. She's going to bring what she has to the table. And together, it's just going to be, it's going to be magical. Okay? All right, so let's continue. All right, so I'm seeing a commitment here, bringing in a lot of happiness. Now, this could be a marriage, or somebody's getting ready to get married, or somebody's thinking about getting married. Whether is this going to make me happy? Because no. What I'm seeing here is they're saying for you to use your intuition on this one. And the reason they're saying that is you already know the answer to this question. All right? It doesn't matter if somebody wants to marry you, guys. That is a big compliment. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel loved, like somebody wants to, totally commit to me for the rest of our lives. However, this person has not been bringing in any sort of happiness for you. There's been a lot of conflict. All right. There's been some sneakiness, maybe some lying, and a break in faith. Okay. So this is, I mean, it's your decision in the end, but if these are the flags, guys, these are the red flags I talk about. Pay attention to them. Okay? Something just jumped out of the deck. All right? This is the death card, guys, and this is not as it appears, okay? It's very rarely means that someone's going to die or someone died or anything like that. The death card really is representative of you all my beautiful aquas, going through transitioning, okay? And as we know right now, we're all going through huge transitions, right? We're going through these transitional times due to energy, due to insights, due to the way we are, our beliefs are changing. We're watching an old way of doing things, an old system being taken down. I can't even watch it anymore, guys. If you're with me on this, comment below the video. But there's so much garbage on the phone anymore, on YouTube, on the platforms, and everything with the AI, like anymore, it's disgusting. You don't know what's true, what's not true, what was created by AI. So it's to me, I just threw it in one pot. It's all a bunch of bullshit. I don't want to look at this stuff, this fake stuff. So, and it was upsetting me. So if it's upsetting you as well, it may be time to get busy, to get into your hobby, get into something that you love doing. Paint by numbers. Play some games. I'm older and I enjoy playing games. So it relaxes me. Word games, whatever it is you like. Get off of that phone for a while. I'm telling you, you'll feel 100% better. All right, so let's continue here. I'm seeing something regarding a big opportunity. And this isn't small, this is big because it's in the center of the layout. So when whatever's in the center, we need to pay attention to. All right, so This has something to do with you transitioning. We're all transitioning in different ways, kind of the same but different. We're transitioning through the same type of means. The energies coming in are so powerful that it is raising our frequency. Those of us who have an open mind and want to raise our frequencies and want to live a different sort of life. We're tired of, and we also have done some digging, so we also know what's going on in the background, right? So I get it. A lot of you don't. You're working. You're busy. You're single parents, and you have jobs, and I wish I could say it on the channel, but I can't. But just know that Aquarius, you're going through a lot of transitioning right now. So you might wake up tomorrow or today or yesterday and have a whole different perspective on something, literally in a day. Change your whole perspective on how you felt about this person yesterday. You might wake up and say, you know what? This person who's been my best friend since we were 5, they don't resonate with me anymore. We don't really have much to talk about anymore. I feel like we grew away from each other. But, just yesterday, you weren't feeling like that. Like these things are like epiphanies that are coming upon us as we are being elevated, as our energies are being elevated. We are, and we have these gifts coming online, your ability to manifest, to use your intuition, which is off the charts right now, to be able to look at somebody standing next to you and without them saying a word, know if they're a good person, a bad person. What's their heart like? Did they have a black heart? Do they have a good heart? Just by feeling their energy. All right. So a lot of things coming online for us, guys. Your clairs are coming out. You might even be reading people's minds, saying something, and they look at you and go, "Oh my God, I was just thinking that exactly." All right. Stuff like that is happening. So this is happening to people who are open-minded and are raising their frequency and are plugged into spirit. All right. If you don't, if you're not there yet and you're still wanting to, thinking you're safe, staying in the third dimensional ways that you've always held on to before, you're going to find yourself going through a very rough period because the truth, more and more truth is going to keep spilling out, and there's some still mind-boggling things you haven't even heard yet that are going to make you sick. So I'm sorry, it's not to spread fear, but I want you guys that think you're safe in that third dimensional space and that you're going to hang on to that. That's your safety spot. Please open your mind and don't think like that anymore, because that is being disintegrated. That's being taken down, all of it. We are going to have to start over and rebuild every facet of our lives, but we're going to have choices in it this time. It's not going to be, a few chosen who are, think they can control us. We are going to have our own say. All right. I'm getting off of the subject here, getting back to the reading. There is a big opportunity coming into play. It has to do with my very spiritual ones that are thinking positive. You're in a state of gratefulness. Your frequency is high. And I do see you're also treating others kindly with love, okay? Where cups are involved, there is love. I do see this. So this is hard for you though. So we talk about this on the channel about, treating yourself very lovingly and kind, and others as well. A lot of you, this isn't easy, okay? It's not easy for me some days. When someone's treating me badly and they're just acting poorly, it's hard to look at them and think in your mind, okay, well, I'm letting you go with love, and just don't go back at them. Don't, let your ego get involved. That's difficult, but it also shows how far you've come and how high your frequency is. Okay. All right. And it just made me think of some words that we've all heard at one time or another, I believe. And the words are turn the other cheek. Okay. There's meaning behind that. There's a reason that was put in that book, right? That's what Source wants from us. All right. So here I'm seeing something really cool coming in, guys. I see you moving toward, I see you moving toward money. Okay. Yesterday, money was all over the place. Today, I'm seeing you. Some of you I'm seeing becoming very wealthy. All right. Some of you already are wealthy, but some of you, a lot of you, are going to be, you're not wealthy, but you're going to be very much wealthy. Okay. And it's because you are deserving of it. Um, I'd love to tell you about the time we're going into that is absolutely magical. If you're out there doing terrible things to others, you are not going to see this wealth and prosperity, unfortunately. Okay, you're pretty much, that's where karma comes in, guys. Always know there is karma. All right, but I do see the beautiful ones that are kind and generous and putting out empathy to others. I see you moving toward riches, riches beyond belief, okay? And they're choosing you because they're seeing your intellect, okay? Your intellect in that you're knowing what's expected from you, what to do to make the changes in the world. We have to start somewhere, guys, okay? So be kind to yourselves, be kind to others. I'm going to end on this note. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.